Have you heard about the twin needs? Yes, and how you're going to use it in your business because we are using this twin needs every day in our lives. So, twin means two. The first is fostering social acceptance, and the second is rejecting the social rejections, actually, escaping the social rejections. So, how does this work? Whatever we do in our lives, right from very beginning, since our childhood, we try to get accepted by the society, whether it is a group of friends, a school, a community, any organization, or even with your customers. So everywhere we try to be socially accepted. And how do we do that? By seeing what people want and how people are behaving inside the market, inside the same industry. So this social acceptance is also called as love bombings when you and when you resonate with what the society wants, the society, the surroundings award with you some love, and that is called love bombing. Correct. So we feel happy because we are bombarded with love. Correct. And everybody is accepting that love greatly. We are proud to get love. We are highlighted and we feel uh, uh, you know great when we are accepted and getting love. So this is a very common phenomenon. So we do it by seeing what others are doing. Again, there is a concept of the many which I have talked about in another video, but this is how it works. Correct. So we try to get socially accepted. That is there in our minds. And secondly, parallelly, we also keep in mind that we should not be socially rejected. So we try to escape from the social rejection. And I'll give you a beautiful example for this. There was a person and there was a community where people were taught to quit smoking. So there were a group of people who were smokers and they were taught to quit smoking. Out of a group of, let's say, 10 people, 9 people were of the opinion that quitting smoking is a time taking job. It might take even 2 months, 6 months, even years to quit. But there was one person who said that I'll be quitting it in a day. And that person said, see, I'm gonna quit. Correct? And that person literally quit actually smoking. This person was highly disregarded because he was not sinking inside that community, because that community was not accepting him as a part of their community because it was out of the box. They were not treating him as a person who is literally motivating them to quit smoking faster, right? So he was not given that love bomb. Rather, he was thrashed and he was literally rejected from the group. Correct? Over a period of time, he came back and said, hey, now I have again started smoking because I could not quit. Now that person was gladly accepted inside the group because that was a group where people were still struggling to quit. This is what I mean by escaping the social rejection and getting accepted, fostering social acceptance. So when this kind of a thing happens in your life, in your business, we try to again validate ourselves on these two parameters, whether we are socially accepted or whether we are skipping that rejection part. Correct. So now let's talk about how we are utilizing in our business. And I'm really focused about coaching and freelancing business. Even here, what happens is you try to do something. Correct. Nothing wrong. Everything is right with a perspective. Correct. Now your perspective may be right, like the person who was willing to quit smoking. Your perspective definitely is right, but how others are perceiving it might not be the same. So you are judged on somebody else's parameter. Correct? And they people might think like you are wrong or you're doing something wrong. But what happens is, if those people see a majority of the people doing the same thing like what you are doing, that becomes a fact. So when something becomes a fact, people immediately accept it as a truth. So fact and truths, again, there is no actually theoretically proven things, but it is a human behavior where people see that if these things are done by many people, these things are out to be true. Correct? So now you can differentiate between what I talked about, the twin needs, right? First of all, fostering social acceptance, and second, escaping social rejections. So how we do it in our business? Similar way. If something is moving, we try to adopt it faster, right? Because that has been already accepted, right? And if something has been rejected, we don't try even do that, right? So with a combination of this, we can think of taking any action which is socially accepted and it is a part where we are not fearing anything which comes under any kind of a rejection, right? So now try to and consider there's two factors, the two needs which everybody has, and everybody does these things knowingly or unknowingly. Bye-bye.